People around the globe are mourning, but they are also remembering greatness. Father of the nation, living superhero, those are some of the phrases being used to describe former South African President Nelson Mandela. Mandela passed away yesterday at the age of 95. South Africans in Prince George are sharing the impact he's had on their lives.
Most of these brands aren't familiar to Canadians, but for South Africans in Prince George, they're a taste of home.
One of the biggest reasons why I decided to open up the store is because this is their connection. Because they love their country, this is their way of keeping that close to their heart.
The country they love is a different place now compared to years past. In 1994, the big change, a new black president and the end of apartheid.
People were very anxious, people were very worried about riots and things like that, just having that thought of losing the white control, having that black person in kind of power. And I even remember my own family, stockpiling a little bit extra kind of non-perishables and that, worrying that there were going to be more riots. And
the tension between black and white was high after years of racial segregation and violence. But Mandela brought them together.
His capacity for forgiveness is so great that it just kind of flowed, and the country just kind of saw this amazing unity without any violence.
Tasha Moodley grew up in the Mandela era and says because of him, her way of life was different than her parents.
My parents and the community were just celebrating like I've never seen them before, right? Yeah, just overcoming such a huge obstacles and really welcoming a transition.
Moodley says Mandela's values have spread from Africa to places like Prince George.
Social justice, of hope, of peace, of freedom, of, he really just appealed to, humanity's common sense.
With Mandela's passing, there's been an outpouring of grief in South Africa and around the world. This morning, Prince George Peace River MP Bob Zimmer signed the official book of condolences in Ottawa.
He was this living superhero, kind of like a Superman, but just a regular guy.
A regular guy with accomplishments including bringing together a nation and starting schools for disabled children, like this one Prince George donors are supporting.
I hope that whatever work he has done and pushed for, I hope it carries forward and pushes for a better future for South Africa.
A future that follows Mandela's vision for peace and forgiveness. Camille McDonald, CKPG News.